What's up YouTube? It's Nishi here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the cert I just recently passed. I recently passed Pentest Plus. As you can see here, I got this in the mail after a few weeks or so. But yeah, I will give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So Pentest Plus, it is a more advanced certification, I would say, if you don't have any basic IT knowledge or anything like that. So it may be a little bit advanced in that way. They cover a lot of broad topics compared to like CEH, which I actually took and I failed the first time. So the difference between the two is the Pentest Plus was actually, I guess, a lot more fun, or like, I feel like you learn the concepts better, while CEH, you have to learn like the actual tools and all the actual arguments or switches for certain programs on what you're wanting to learn and this and that. Pentest Plus, you actually have a few like simulation questions. You'll have to know like coding and how certain code works. They'll show you scripting, the different types of attacks, a little bit of like the different programs, the theory behind it. Well, CEH is all just like, if so-and-so is doing this, how would they do it? Like, what program would that work for? And the CEH questions were written terribly. Like, they'd switch like the character, like the person they were talking about in the main question, they'd switch their name at like saying, oh, who did such and such. I'm like, what is this? Like, hello? Like, is this the test? Like, hello? It was just ridiculous. Scheduling it was kind of a pain because I have accommodations with it, so it was hard setting that up. But I do think Pentest Plus was a good certification. It wasn't too hard. You learn a lot and all that. My recommendations on what you need to take or what you need for passing is just like learning the basic fundamentals of like programming, learning how to read code, the different types of attacks, how they work, some examples on how they work, being able to determine what attacks are what and the slight variance of what each attacks and what they do. Some of the programs, like the broad ones, not like the super niche ones, because I had a lot of CEH questions that were like super random. I'm like, okay, well that's not like a common attack or something like that. But yeah, those are my suggestions for what I recommend, I guess, for certifications. So CEH is better for HR Cloud. So if you're looking, like if the certification gets you in the door, I would recommend CEH compared to Pentest Plus. And also if you look at the DoD 8570, depending where you're at or anything like that, in the US at least, CEH covers a bigger spectrum compared to Pentest Plus, so that may also be a factor as well. So that would be important. I also recommend doing hands-on practical training or anything like that. Sorry, brain fart. So like actually hands-on learning the tools and learning how to use Kali Linux and everything like that. Because that's a lot different than just knowing the tools in theory, because you're gonna have to learn how to actually apply it. So that's why they recommend everyone says get the OSCP, because that's basically gets you the foot in the door of like actual pen testing. At least resume, at least on your resume they say have OSCP. I know people say, oh, you don't need experience or you don't need any certs or anything like that, but I always say just whatever they require on like a resume or on a job description, just try and get that at least 70% of what they're asking for. So that's what I recommend. I am working towards a practical certification. I was going to get the PJPT by TCM Security, as that I felt like was a good footstep on learning the basics into it and then being able to progress further. So yeah, I was gonna get the PJPT, and then I was thinking of doing the PNPT possibly, or I was possibly thinking of the, e-learning has a few other certs. I was thinking about getting those. I do want to get the OSCP, and there's a few other ones I want to get too, but I also want to get other technical certs that aren't just for hacking. Like I'm looking to get CCNA so I can learn more about networking and how certain packets travel and all this and that, or like setting up networks, learning how to configure VLANs, which will also be good for hacking, so then you can learn how to VLAN hop and all this and that. But yeah, just getting your ground knowledge up a lot, or increasing your ground knowledge, so then you have a better progression upwards, if that makes sense. Sorry, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but yeah. And then I was looking at getting the Red Hat certified systems administrator. That was another one I was wanting to get for IT specific, at least, because just in general, I think having a broad knowledge of in IT or like in a specific field is really good to have. So then you're not locked down to a specific field. So you're able to branch out and learn a lot more depending on what you're trying to do. So you're not stuck into one field, unless you want to be like a specialty. I understand that, but I just like having broad knowledge. Anyways, that's besides the point on the tangent here. But yes, I do recommend Pentest Plus is a good certification to get. It is good for your base knowledge and learning the practical or the theory based behind ethical hacking or everything like that. It is a fun exam. I do like it a lot more than CEH. I do have to retake the CEH, so hopefully I'll get that here soon. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the certifications I currently hold, Pentest Plus, Security Plus, CAS Plus, and then I hold the CCSK from the, Cloud Security Alliance. And they actually help with, ISC squared? They helped make the CCSP, and they also helped, ASCADA? I can't even pronounce it, but they helped with their, the CCSA, the auditing one? I'll put those in the description. But yeah, the CSA, even though it's a certificate, it's not a certification, it still holds weight in the cloud space. And what I'm also doing, if you guys don't know too much about college hacking or trying to progress and get a degree as fast as possible, I'm going to WGU with the next couple months, and in their program, they help you get more certifications, and certifications also help waive some classes. So that's why I've been kind of sprinting getting all these certs. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.